Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Schmidt. Welcome to the Links Reading and Writing Group. This brief video, I'll introduce myself and just explain a little bit about all the wonderful things you can find inside our community group. Well, I have been involved in adult education for just a little over 30 years. Most of that time I spent as an instructor. I've also had experience as a local program director. And for the past 12 years, I've worked in professional development both at Appalachian State University and more recently as a self employed adult education consultant. And I've had the privilege of moderating the Links Reading and Writing Group for the past 3 years. So, without further ado, let's take a look at all that's available to you as being a member of the Links group. The first part is really our community group, which is the discussion board. And as you'll notice here on the discussion page, which you can find right under reading and writing, I try to host discussions frequently, usually at least every 2 weeks. Most of the time, every week, there's a new topic. And these are about a number of various things involved in reading and writing instruction. So, looking at a recent discussion, for example, talked about reflections about my 30 years in adult ed, about teaching grammar in context. And I started with a post and invited people to participate in the discussion. And we had a number of people, about of 7 different people, made comments in the discussion. And so that's really what these discussions are about. Moderator, or you can begin a discussion on something that is of interest to you or a question that you might have. So please feel free to dive into these discussions, and you'll find a number of them on various topics. I do try to mix between doing things in reading and writing. But this links discussion community has been around for a number of years, over 10 years. So you'll find a number of discussions. And so if there's something in particular that you're interested in, you can use these search filters at the top and search either for keywords, or if there's someone you know who's a part of the community and you want to see what posts or interactions they've done, you can put their name here. Or if you're interested in a specific type of reading or writing instruction, you can find that information there. So, some people have told me they were reluctant to post because they didn't feel good because they weren't a quote unquote expert. And I want to tell you that don't feel that way. This community is for everyone, and we have people involved in all different aspects of adult education who contribute. So, feel free, ask a question, gain some wisdom in or insight, participate in a discussion, do that search through past discussions, be part of the community. Don't feel intimidated at all. We welcome your thoughts. You can also adjust your subscription settings. This will send you emails every so often about what's going on inside the community. And to do that, just click on your name and you will see my subscriptions. And if you click on that, it will bring up subscription settings, and you can adjust those and decide in the reading and writing group whether you want immediate, or you don't want any subscription notifications, or you can get a daily one as well. So there's several different options there that you can use to do this. One great part of our community and being involved in the reading and writing group is the availability to participate in our monthly events. We are tasked with hosting an event every month, and sometimes I will do this with just our community, but many times, and most of the times, we'll work with other Links community groups to have events that are of mutual interest. So these events will either be live, where we'll have a subject matter expert or another moderator or myself discussing something going on, and those are usually an hour in length. Or we will have usually a 1 day discussion on a topic that's announced in advance. And again, please feel free to dive into that discussion, ask questions, gain some wisdom and insight. In future months, we're going to have events about teacher centered coaching to improve literacy results. We'll have another event on student-centered approach for writing paragraphs. We're going to have an event on graphic novels. We're going to have an event on digital storytelling. So a lot of new and interesting and innovative practices will be discussed at these monthly events. And the information will be about those in both our community discussions, and as you log in, you'll see those as well toward the if you come in just to the regular general community, you'll see announcements, and upcoming events are at the lower right on that. So you'll definitely want to take advantage of those. And of course, these are not only in our community, but in others as well. And I'd encourage you to join some other groups, because I know a lot of people in adult ed do a lot of different things, and you may be interested in other community groups. So dive in and join those as well. So in addition to our wonderful and robust and dynamic community, we also offer, Lord Links offers courses, and there are a number of those across various subjects inside the Links Learning Portal, which again, you can find across the top by just clicking on courses. So scrolling down, we see a number of different topics, but the one I would like to highlight for our community especially is the Teaching Adults to Read courses, which are at the very bottom of the screen. There are two outstanding courses put together by some of the best subject matter experts in an engaging format. There is Teaching Adults to Read, focusing on beginning and intermediate readers, and there's also Teaching Adults to Read, focusing more on advanced readers. And each of those takes several hours to complete. Those courses are absolutely free. You can work on those on your own pace. Had the privilege of going through them both a few months ago, and they are excellent. So really well worth the several hours that you would invest in each course. If you're a program director, this was something great to have your staff go through. If you deal with volunteers who don't know anything about teaching reading, having your volunteers go through this would certainly be a wonderful thing to do. So one more thing I wanted to highlight in our video today, and that is, of course, the resource collection, which again, we can find at the top of the screen. Clicking on the resource collection will bring up a number of resources that Links has curated from various sources in adult ed. And I'm just going to click here on reading and writing, and that will bring up the 114 different resources that are available. And again, it's searchable if you were looking for something specific to an area of interest for you in reading or writing. There's a ton of wonderful resources down there. Your prison literacy, if you're involved in that has the recent COABE journal. Adult Ed Med, if you're looking for contextualized resources to help students as they search for work and develop their digital literacy skills while developing their reading and writing skills, an outstanding curriculum that was made by folks down in Texas. So again, just want to say welcome to the community, and you can get a lot of wonderful things out of this, but please participate. And I love the old saying that none of us is as smart as all of us. So your participation is welcome. If you have any questions or need any help, please contact me. There's a way to do that on the home page of our discussion board, and I'll do whatever I can to help. And thank you so much for joining the Links Reading and Writing Group, and I will look forward to interacting with you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.